Hello, welcome to Donna Creations and More. I am Donna, the creator of all these DIYs. In this video will be 25 farmhouse DIYs that I have combined all my farmhouse DIYs this year into one video. It is a collaboration hosted by So Kate and co-hosted by Sunflower Tosh. So thank you, ladies, for hosting and co-hosting. So some parts are fast forward and some parts aren't. So the boring stuff I'm fast forwarding. I have these bunnies that I got from Dollar General, and I'm just filling in the holes. You know, taking off the tags and the tails, and I'm gonna give them a coat of paint. So all the painting and all I fast forward. The colors I'm using, with this one I didn't have gray at the time, so I'm making my own gray. Just mixing black and white together. Just like that. And we'll make it a little bit darker gray and just do the edge and do some shading just to give the bunny some dimension. And then we're going to do the second one. I'm doing this antique white. This is the same color combinations I used through this whole entire video, because I like all my stuff to match. You can use any colors you like. These are the colors I chose for my farmhouse country style. And I'm just doing the same thing, adding a little bit of the territorial beige along the edge with the cream to, again, give it some dimension. And then this one I'm just doing in the beige color. And I'll mix a little bit of black in with that to do my edging on this. Simple, quick, and easy. You guys didn't need to watch me totally paint everything. It takes forever. So I figured best. This video is already long with 25 DIYs. Very long. So here I have a little bunny that I had in my stash that I got thrifting. And you know how they are. They're cute, but then they put something ugly on it to make it all bright. So I'm toning it down. Make it look more realistic and natural looking, not so, you know, yucky. So in this video I decided to add all of my 2024 this year so far farmhouse style DIYs into one video. So here I made myself a little heart stamp. I just took my craft punch, punched out some craft foam, glued it together, and added it to a toothpick. And I'm using it with an antique white to add it to a territorial beige bunny. Now you can do anything you like. You can do circles. You don't have to do nothing. This is just what I did. Here I have some Jenga blocks that I want to add onto the back to make it stand up. So I glued them on, and I'm just going to coat the whole entire thing one solid color in the beige color. give it 2 quick coats, and be done with it. Now I have some of my ribbons from Dollar Tree. So we're going to make some bows here. I have a cute little burlap bow. I use the same type of ribbons on all my DIYs that are farmhouse style to match. And you'll see that as you keep going along. These are not all Easter. They are just regular farmhouse style ones. I even have one in here where I made a jewelry display. Farmhouse style. It's everything I've made that's farmhouse style so far. And I only made 25 items this minute. And then I'm just taking my twine and I'm going to make bows for the other 2 bunnies on the left and the right. So I tried to slow down the important stuff and just fast forward and cut out as much as I can to make this video shortest as possible. And then here I took my paper fasteners that I have for my scrapbook days and just added them. DIY number 2. I have this at-home sign house from Dollar Tree. I thought it was super cute, and I actually bought it for a totally different DIY, and we'll use them for a totally different DIY, but using one in this one DIY. You all know how it is. Now you guys can do more than I did. Like, I think it'd be super cute to add a little bit of greenery or something to it too in the background, but at the time, I didn't have all that. I didn't have my spring flowers and all that this second. So I was making do with what I had. So I'm adding some Jenga blocks to my little house will fit on this box, considering the house is bigger than this little crate from Dollar Tree. And I'm just I have some, I use hot glue and wood glue to put them on. Now I have this furniture scratch remover, restorer. You can use anything. And I'm just going to give my wood a little stain with this. And the only reason I'm using this is because a lot of my stuff is still missing from moving craft rooms. So, had to improvise and grab something that I have available, handy, quick to do this video. You don't have to stain it, I just did. You can even use brown paint mixed with some water. Another option. And a new technique I just figured out is just take some Brad paint and then take a baby wipe and wipe it on. And that makes it super light. So now I'm going to take this burlap ribbon that I've used through these videos also, that I got at Hobby Lobby on clearance, and I'm just going to go around and cover the outside of my crate. Now, I will say, I found this cutest little bunny. It was like $3.97 at Walmart. That would fit perfect in this crate, and that's probably what I'll end up putting in it. That looks farmhouse style. And I just grabbed the last one at my Walmart where I live. But check your local Walmart in the Easter section. They have a lot of different decor ideas now, and they have these cutest little brown bunnies, and they look really farmhouse style. So if you did a DIY like this, or if you just want to add a little bunny on your tier tray, I really recommend that little bunny at Walmart. It was definitely worth the $4. I mean, they had a whole shelf, and there was one left. I was like, oh my goodness, thank God. So I just hot glued that into place. Now, the only reason I used Jenga blocks on the back, I would have used popsicle sticks again. They're missing. So here I have that peat moss. And I'm going to use it as a filler for my little rabbit bed. Cover the back of the crate, cover it on the edges. Give it a quick trim. And then I found these carrots the other day at Dollar Tree, the little foam ones, so I'm going to add them. They're not as bright as they are in this video, but you can tone them down by just rubbing a little bit of that brown on it, or add some lines onto it. So here I'm showing you how I painted a wooden one before I found these. That's what I was going to use. So I'm just taking little strings of the burlap ribbon. Burlap string. And you know how carrots have greenery on top? Well, we're going farmhouse style carrot here. In my video, I show you different types of carrots in many different ways. Then I'm just going to wrap a little bit of burlap ribbon right around the neck of that carrot. I wanted you guys to see how I did this carrot. Now I just bent some of the ribbons down to cover the top edge and still have some sticking. Oh no, here I'm bending it down. Sorry, I thought I already did. And then I still have some sticking out, and I'm just going to glue it to my background. Here now to DIY number 3. I found these wreaths at Dollar Tree. This year I was super excited. Yay, we have silver. And I'm going to take some more of that Spanish moss here. And I ended up using a whole bag. This was a half a bag, and I used a half a bag of this one. So you only need one whole bag. And we're just going to fill it in. And then I found these eggs in the Dollar Plus section. Now, if you did not find these eggs, in my video I show you a way you can make your own farmhouse eggs. So grab them cheap eggs with their Easter on clearance. I've seen so many DIYs with Easter eggs that when I saw them on clearance last year, I wasn't even thinking. I was like, what would I do with all them Easter eggs? They were so cheap. But now, I have tons of ideas. And then I'm just adding in some extra feathers that I have on hand because I have real parrots. Because these eggs have feathers on them. And chickens do leave feathers all over the place. And so do my birds, as you can tell. That's why I got all these feathers. So I figured I would grab some of the blue macaw feathers to bring out some of that. There's a few blue eggs in there. To bring out some blue. And you can keep it totally dark, neutral colors, and just add the gray and brown feathers to it. Then we're just going to take some floral wire here and go through the outside wire on both of the rings and just tighten them together. We're going to continue doing that all the way around the inner and outer rings just to close this cage up and to hold everything in place. It's a very simple, quick project. I was super excited. Like one of my YouTube crafters, we had to do recreate inspiration, and she actually used this DIY of mine. I inspired her. I was super excited. That's my job, to give you guys inspiration. So I was super happy. So if you guys ever like recreate anything I make, please share. I will share it on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram under the same name. You can find me on Facebook underneath the same name. And here I'm just, now that I got it all closed up, I'm just going around hot gluing where I have my feathers. But you can find me on Instagram under Donna Creations and more. That's where you'll find all of us YouTubers at. So here I'm going to take the same burlap ribbon, my easy bow maker. Now warning, I made my bow too big and I still have to fix it. I don't know what I was thinking. It looked good when it was laying down, but then when I put it up on the wall, it was just way too big. I think because the bow like flapped towards the back and everything. But anyhow, I have to make the bow smaller. It's no biggie. So just keep that in mind when you see the final reveal. That, see how the bow's laying backwards? It looks fine then, but then, I don't know, it's just way too big. It needs to be like half that size. So I'm just adding the floral wire to my bow and to the wreath. And then, in order to pull it back, I'm going to take another piece of wire and go backwards to another ring to tighten it up. To lift that bow up some. See how it's all looped backwards, falling backwards? It looked really good on the table. So maybe if I would have just laid the bow looping backwards instead like I did. But here's the final reveal of those 3 DIYs. Now to DIY number 4. Here's where I'm going to make my jewelry display, farmhouse style. I just took a Dollar Tree frame, a piece of screen, a couple little wooden skewers from Dollar Tree to hold my screen in place, just as if you were doing your window and replacing a screen. I really like how this DIY came out, and I'm going to make more. It'll be great for when I go to sell my jewelry. And you'll see at the end, it's like perfect. They stand up, they hold your earring, necklace, and bracelet, all in one. So once I've finished adding all my sticks, I just trim the excess off. Here I have a little piece of wood trim left over from my house. And I'm just going to cut it down to size with my miter saw. Miter box here. And I have a wooden dowel I'm going to do the same thing with. Make it the same width as the frame. So pretty simple. You just need a Dollar Tree frame, a wooden dowel, and a piece of wood, and some window screen. Now I'm just marking where I'm going to make all my holes. I'm going to make 5 holes, 2 on the top, 3 in the bottom. So I can attach my wood base and my dowel. So you're going to need a couple hooks. So I got all my holes drilled real quick. And I just used some little nails. Took something to mark where I was going to put where the holes are, so I could have indentation. And I just hammered in my little nails. So you need 3 nails and 2 hooks. So here we are. I'm going to add my little hooks in real quick. These are just cup hooks that I had on hand. You can use smaller ones if you like. As you see, it went through the back. You can cut them off with your wire cutters, or leave them there to attach your necklaces to. But if you're going to hang this on the wall, I would definitely cut it off and add a little wooden hanger on the back, or one of them little hanger tooth hangers from Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to take my Waverly chalk paint here and, you know, fill in where the wood was. And paint my base and my hooks and my frame all one solid color so it all matches. And my wooden dowel. Give it a quick dry. And here's what it looks like once I added my jewelry that I made. I actually have 2 necklaces hanging on it, a bracelet, 2 sets of earrings. And then here's a sample of my other wire wrap jewelry that I'm going to be bringing to my channel, all of this. So here's DIY number 5. I have this garland of eggs I got at Dollar Tree. So when I saw these, I had to grab them. So I'm going to put them on toothpicks, and we are going to make farm style color eggs. Now first I took the Waverly chalk white. Skip this process because I ended up changing it. Eggs aren't super bright like this. This is Snow White. So then I have the light mocha color. Antique white. And then I did get my own gray, so now I'm using granite gray. If anybody owns chickens, you know they all come in really different colors. I had silky chickens. If you saw my little video, the house I built them, I did it's actually funny. I did a short video when I was building their big home out of wooden crates. So then I took some black paint mixed with water and just took my finger on the paintbrush, and I'm just flicking it to give it the dirty spots. Because chicken eggs are not clean, so you clean them. But anyhow, you have to check out that video. It's called Dancing Chickens. It's funny. So here I have some clothespins. And all my fellow YouTubers did this on a craft we had to do clothespins on. And I'm just going to take some antique white. So thank you to my YouTube friends for giving me this idea. One of my YouTube family, crafty friends, subscribers, wanted white carrots. And yes, they do exist, so I'm giving her some white carrots. In a unique little farmhouse style way. Then I have this boxwood greenery I got from Walmart for like $1.30. Really cheap. And of course you can only get all this stuff right now in springtime. So I'm just taking the end and melting it down with my hot glue gun to make it flat. And then attach it to the top of my carrot. Plus it's a great way, if it's too long, you can use your glue gun to melt it down and it'll still stay together. Give them a quick touch up now. I let them dry. Now we're back to them. And I'm going to take some of this raffia. Just wind it around and knot it off. Make it into like a little bundle of carrots here. Make sure you leave your end long enough. I didn't, that's why I had to unwind it again. You can leave your end as long as you want. I'm just giving you guys ideas and inspiration. The way you can take different objects and turning into something else. I'm going to take some of my twine left over from them eggs and just make a simple little shoelace bow. And then we're done with this DIY. Cute little carrots to sit around on your tier tray with your Easter decor or your farmhouse decor. Depends what you have. Great little garden thing to do. So we switch it up for summer, do a garden theme. I will be doing bees and ladybugs. Some cute little DIYs with that. So stay tuned. So DIY number 7. I got this cute little sign at Dollar General for $1. Already came like this. Can't beat that. Chicken wire already on it. Chicken says eggs already framed out. All the work is done for you. All we have to do is decorate it. So I'm going to take the same little wreath. No, what is it called? Oh my god, I just said what it was called. You guys know. Gosh. So I'm going to take this stuff and add it to it. And then add a little bit around my hanger to give it some more detail. And then I'll decorate that up. I really liked how this little sign turned out. Taking that black and white gingham ribbon from the Dollar Tree, cutting it down into strips, which I've done a lot through this video. I'm going to make little tassels, and then I'm going to cut it again and rip them to make more string tassels and to give it that worn out look. Not so new. So now we have like a little chicken home here to display in your little backdrop on your tier tray or on a shelf, on your hutch, wherever. With your little farmhouse eggs, you can add into a little bowl, a little wicker basket. Gosh, so many cute little ideas. So here I'm just making a little tiny bow with another piece I cut. Just going to glue that on there just like that. Not done yet. We need to add some of them cute little farmhouse eggs. Because I don't know about everybody's chickens, but I know my chickens didn't only put them in the nest box. They would drop eggs wherever they wanted to. The ones that eventually learned did, but still would find eggs some places. So now on to DIY number 8. Here I got this really cute little picture that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to take my antique white paint, and I'm going to give a couple coats of this paint real quick. Don't want to waste your guys' time. We're going to zoom through this really fast. All the painting I really fast forward through. Because why? Painting's boring. Thank God for a hot glue gun. Just gonna take some recycled foam here, just to fill it in, some of that Spanish moss, top it off from the top. Here I have some lavender that I got from Dollar General again for $1. And a lamb's ear that I got there for $1. So this cute little DIY isn't gonna cost me much. So as you can tell, I slowed down. I was thinking of adding some different greenery, but it didn't match. Too dark. These are nice, light, airy, spring colors. You know how we are when we garden. We like to add in different contrasts. And I really do like the light green in my garden. When I can find things that are light green or light white, you know, I definitely buy it. Need that pop. Need that contrast. I'm going to use that same little ribbon here. I'm debating how I want to do it. I went through 2 rolls on my farmhouse DIYs. So if you noticed that this was 2 different colors, so there's a line, I guess a paint line from when they painted it. So I'm just covering up that line and decided to just put it along that area. Give this little picture some detail. And I just twisted some of this twine around my hand, cut it in half, and give it a little tie around the handle and glue it in place. Oh, that stuff was called raffia. I knew that would pop in my head eventually. So DIY number 9 now. Here, this actually just came from the side of the road, trash, I don't know. My parents brought me a whole bunch of clay stuff. Somebody from a yard sale was throwing it away. So I'm just going to make it look a little bit more weathered, farmhouse style, and add some antique white paint to it. Another cute little quick idea. It's just a terracotta saucer with a miniature flower pot on the bottom. Then I have this Dollar Tree candy jar. That's what I'm calling it, a candy jar. It could be any jar, but it's a jar. So you find these at Dollar Tree, grab them. I only have 2. I always buy sets of 2. Going to add that same little Spanish moss in there. Add too much. Because I want to add my little eggs in here and finish using them up. Then I'm going to take some of this, some more of that twine, and I want to hide that seal. So I'm just going to wrap it around, hide the seal. And why I did it the hard way, I don't know. You'll see later on. I do it an easier way. And a quicker way. Here I just tied it off to a knot. First I was just adding a little bit to give some detail, but then I realized it's going to need more. But anyhow, you'll see that. So here I'm doing the bottom, again, the hard way. Here I realized, nope, I started doing it, then I stopped. Technically all you gotta do is twirl the object, not go around like I am. So I'm just going around the bottom of the jar on the saucer, and then I decided to bring it down the saucer, right there, on that little line. And see, here I'm twisting it. That's the way I should have done it the whole time. Quick, easy, and fast. And you'll see that again in a second when I go to add more to the top. This is the right way to do it. This is a great way to store your twine in one of these little Dollar Tree, I don't know, you want to call, I call them sugar creamer bottles. But look, this is the proper way of doing it. You guys, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Look how fast that is. And you don't gotta fight with that spool of twine either, because it's inside that jar. So there's a nifty little great storage hack to use for any type of your strings that you use all the time. Here I decided to take the granite gray paint. I'm going to add a little bit to the bottom of the flower pot, which I apologize you can't see, but it is in, you can see it in the pictures, sorta. It's blocked by stuff. But I just add a little bit of gray to the very bottom of the pot, just to tie in all my stuff so it all matches. So if you follow me, you don't need to buy much because I make it all match. And then I just color in the knob. I was going to add a knob to it, like a wooden bead, but it just didn't look right. So I just wanted to give it a pink color. Now DIY number 10. I got these two little candles from Dollar Tree. Another cute, simple little DIY. And I'm going to take that same little ribbon. Another cute little tier tray idea. Or on your mantle. Now, I left the plastic on because I'm not using these candles, so these are for display only. And I recommend, I mean these are cute, but you can't burn them with ribbon all on it. I get them little fake LED candles from the Dollar Tree when they do have them. I only have one set, and I use them in my glam DIY at Christmas time. And I'm not destroying that because I love them. So whenever I find them, these LED candles at Dollar Tree, I'm going to buy some more. And I'm just taking a little bit of that lavender again and twine and just wrapping twine around the lavender and just hot gluing it onto my candle. Again, all so it matches and incorporates and looks good together. I don't know about you guys, but I love lavender. It smells so good. I use lavender on a lot of things, even when I buy candles. I have the lavender oils, I have the plants in my garden. Just one of my favorite. Lilacs and lavender. So we're just going to glue that on, trim it off, and I'm done with this DIY too. Make sure you have your flower angled, not sticking straight out. Now to DIY number 11. We're almost halfway there. Here I have a frame that I got off the side of the road. But all it is like little 2x2s cut down with 4 screws. It's antique, so I'm going to leave it that way. I'm going to take some of my granite gray paint and a baby wipe, and I'm just going to give it like a white wash, but a gray wash. So the wood's still coming through, but a little light bit of paint. And at the moment, I only did the front on the inside to get this video moving along. I did do the outside later on. Now I'm going to take one of these Dollar Tree rugs, which I thought was super cute in farmhouse style. Line it up best as I can. We all know Dollar Tree stuff isn't even. So I'm going to take my staple gun, staple it in, and hammer it. And then I'm going to fast forward through this part. This would be great looking to sit on your mantle above your fireplace with all your little farmhouse DIYs. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera with this. Some of these objects are so big, I have like no choice. So here's what it looks like. Here's the final reveal. I didn't include the little birdhouse because all I did was paint it green. That's another quick little DIY. That was a little sign I made, but I didn't consider that farmhouse looking. I didn't turn it down, which I should have. And then my carrots are in a little, actually toy from Dollar General again for $1. And I just added some white paint to it and stuck my carrots in it. And the watering can will come up later in another DIY in this video. Here's DIY number 12. We're going to make a little spring sign for a tier tray. So again, I have them frames. One was already worn out, falling apart. One side was like really rotten. So I took it apart. And then I'm going to cut out 6 little squares of 2 inches. And then I have my 6 squares and I have my number punches here. First I did them in a white color. Well, it's like an antique white, but it didn't look right. So as you can tell, my blocks aren't completely all the same size. Close enough. Then I have these little bunnies, which I do show how I made them, coming up in another video. Just out of a mold and foam clay. Here I'm just trying to figure out how I want to design this. And then I have some little eggs I made. And some foam clay too, and a mold. A candy mold. So I pretty much have it figured out. So I didn't like the color. So here's my black construction paper. Jesus. My black cardstock. And I'm gonna punch out the word spring. I actually had letters, I just couldn't find them, but they were in pastel. I actually like the way this is. It all matches. The whole black, gray, white theme that I have going on with the spring flowers. And again, I stuck to my same basic colors, the light mocha, the granite gray, and the off-white when it comes to coloring my eggs. A lot of it I happened to pull out of view when I was painting it, so I cut it all out. Sometimes when I sit in my chair, I don't pull my chair up to my desk. I don't know why. And then I become out of frame. So I apologize for that, but you don't need to see me paint. That's the boring part, right? So then while I was cleaning out my craft room, I found these 3 different ribbons. I was like, yay, win-win here. I'm doing all this farmhouse. Don't mind that. That's Mod Podge. I was going to use that, but I'm not going to use it. We're going to go with simple Albert glue. So I go and take that ribbon, and there's 3 different types of ribbon. So I'm going to cut 2 of each that will fit each block. So then we have 6 strips of ribbon of 3 different styles. So then I'm just going to wrap and do my first one. Just going to hot glue the 1 ribbon on. I did realize these blocks are upside down. The bottom part is painted gray. After I was done this DIY, but I can just take some gray paint with the baby white and just add a little bit of gray to it. So here's the handy dandy Albert glue. Just figure out where you want your letters. If anybody has your craft punches and your die cuts, always save them. Don't get rid of them, they come in handy. Look at that. I didn't even have to go and spend any money on those stickers. Yes, I do own a Cricut. I have not learned it yet. I don't know what I'm procrastinating on. I've had it, I know, over 6 years. Still in the box. Never been taken out. It will be taken out soon. But then the next month, once I start organizing my Cricut area, and all that will be on video. I'm going to have to do another craft room update where I'm at on my move. Because I did get a lot done. My mom was so nice to come over and give me a hand. So I painted the one egg, the 2 eggs of the light mocha color. I think. Yeah. Then I'm gonna paint this one the gray color. Oh no, I was wrong. I painted them the antique white. This is the light mocha. I apologize. So I painted 2 antique white, 1 gray, and 1 of the light mocha. And then I went out of frame again when I was painting it. So I grabbed my dotting tool, and this is where I went out of frame, and I used the antique white and just added dots. Because they already had a design on them, so I'm just following the design. And then that one, I just put the gray on the antique white. And followed the design, just traced it. And that's all I'm doing. Just finished adding the little details that's already on the eggs with some paint. So I apologize that I went out of frame on that, but at least you can still see what the after look was. So here I decided to zoom out so you can see a little bit more of how I'm decorating my little blocks now. To finish my little spring word for my tier tray. So as you see, I didn't fast forward this or anything. I did one video where I did all my wood DIYs, which are all on separate videos. I just incorporate into one, and I really fast forward it, and one YouTuber was not super happy. She was like, I cannot slow down my TV. You know, you're supposed to be teaching us. Well, she's correct. So, the boring stuff, I fast forward. The stuff for you guys to watch and learn, I slowed down. Which made this video super long. Considering it's so many DIYs. I'm trying to make everybody happy, and you can't make everybody happy. So, I slowed it down, but you guys can fast forward. But, I would like you guys to just watch my whole video without fast forwarding it. So here's my spring word and the final reveal of it. And that's super adorable. And here I have it with the other stuff I made, which you will see. DIY number 13 we are on. So here's how I did the little foam clay bunnies. I just used the little molds. Which I will be using in another DIY here. And if you technically want to see how to do foam clay in molds, I have a video on that. So now we're going to take one of these Dollar Tree baskets. They've had them out the past 2 years, and I'm going to take this little bunny, that I had in my stash that I found when I was cleaning out my craft room. And I'm just going to give it a coat of that antique white. Super quick here. And we are going to make, in this DIY, a fridge magnet set. You can use this for your tier tray. Which, if your tier tray has any metal on it, boy, that would be super cute if you had a magnetic the pieces on. But also make a nice little fridge magnet set. You know, we decorate our countertops, our windows, sills, whatever, but no one decorates the fridge. And there's not many decorations out there. So I'd love to be able to incorporate a magnetic set for the holidays. So far I have a candy one made for Valentine's. That's under my videos. Out of a candy box of chocolates from Dollar Tree. And then I decided when I saw this basket, this would be a perfect little magnetic set to add. And I was going to do it candy style, and I probably will next year, because I still have another one, but this one I decided to go like the farmhouse style. And I'm just taking a darker brown, that light mocha color, and just giving my bunny some detail. Dry brushing it along the edges, its ears, and giving it some little dimension on its paws. So you can tell exactly what it is. Take the end of my brush, dot the eyes and the nose, and give it a little mouth. Doing the same thing with the paws, dotting it on there. I recommend if you're doing the mouth, do a liner brush, because mine was too thick and messed up, but now we're done with this bunny here. Gonna make him a little collar, decorate him up now. Make him a little twine bow, and take one of them little scrapbook paper fasteners I've been using through this all my DIYs for Farmhouse, and give him a little button. Now let's work on this basket. So we're gonna remove everything. Bring it all the way down to the frame. And I have this burlap bag that I got on clearance at Dollar General last year for like 10 cents. And I'm going to use this to decorate my basket, to recover it. So I did keep this fast forward because it's pretty simple. Just going it along the edges. Plus it took another half an hour video. And then it tapers off, so you're going to have to bend it over on the back. And just hot glue it all down in place and cover it really well. Then I decided to take that same little burlap ribbon I've been using in all my DIYs here, and I'm going to cover the handle. And take the other little lace ribbon I've used after I put some trim along the top and the bottom of my basket. Then I'm going to take that ribbon, put it in the center, hot glue it in place, add myself a little bow, a little paper fastener, make myself a little tassel on the handle with that same little black and white gingham ribbon. And some more of that twine wrapped around my hand, looped it all together. And I'm just going to tie it on the same way we did earlier with the little chicken sign. But this one I did not cut. Gonna take more of that ribbon, cut it down half, and add a little bit along the center ribbon to give it more of that farmhouse detail and to tie it in better. And we're going to take, what am I? Oh, I was fixing his face. I have a bag of magnets there from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take some of these Dollar Tree eggs here. And I'm going to cut them in half. That way they're flat. You can paint these like I did earlier in the farmhouse style, or leave them as is. And then I have these wooden eggs here. I'm just gluing the plastic egg on top of the wooden eggs from Dollar Tree as my backing. So I'm just trying to see how many I'm going to need. I just decided to do all the ones I cut. Now we're going to take our magnets and add them on to everything. I'm going to add a couple to the basket. Add one to the bunny and to the eggs. Add one to this little carrot. So the whole set's a magnetic set. I think it turned out super cute. So I have a wooden bunny, some foam bunnies, some plastic aids from Dollar Tree, 2 of the carrots from Dollar Tree, to fill in my basket. This one was a lot easier than the candy box one, because the candy box one, you had to make the candy stay in the box by adding metal behind it. But this one, all you're doing is stuffing it in the basket. And whatever you don't fit in your basket, you can just stick on your fridge. And you'll see that in the final reveal. It's not on my fridge, it's on my filing cabinet in my basement, but get the idea. Here, I'm just giving my bunny a quick coat of white paint. And I did dot the eyes. Or maybe it was antique white. And I did dot the eyes. Looks like I'm adding a little carrot to it. Yeah, one of them little wooden carrots I painted, I'm adding to them. It's like I said, I was going to use them in my DIY earlier in the video. And so I had some left over, since I found them little foam carrots. So using what I already have painted up. And they were just painted in, I think, pumpkin orange and off-white. No, the light mocha color for the top. And I was taking my marker and adding some brown stripes onto my carrots. And here's DIY number 14. You will see the final reel. So I'm just taking 3 carrots from Dollar Tree, bunching them together same way I did the other carrots. I'm just gonna wrap them in some twine. Cute little DIY just to sit on your tier tray or hang them with the magnet set. I ended up adding a magnet to it. Here's DIY number 15. Have them same wooden eggs. And I have this yarn from Dollar Tree, the Chanel yarn. I'm using different types of yarn. This one I'm just wrapping my eggs. Nothing biggie. This is another quick little DIY, another quick little idea for you guys. But you can put these in a little basket on your tier tray. But I ended up incorporating it in with my basket. I did have it in the basket on a tier tray. But then I took it off for this DIY to show you what it would look like if you add it with your magnet set. Then I'm just taking the white yarn from Dollar Tree and coating that one, and this one I'm doing twine. So we're still sticking with them really light colors and farmhouse style colors. Now here's the final reel of it all together. The basket, the bundle of carrots, and the little eggs. Super cute little magnet set to put on your tier tray or your fridge. And there's the detail with the brown marker. And DIY number 16. Here I'm soaking some clothespins in some food coloring. So after Easter, when they have food coloring on clearance, grab some and save them. I didn't do that last year, and here's a DIY I wish I would have. Then I'm going to take one of these free frames from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to flatten it out. Don't worry about what it looks like because you're not even going to see it. And if it breaks, don't worry about it. I ended up cutting the one off, but you don't have to. You can either just hot glue back on there or just leave it, but I just took my little wire cutters and cut it off and stuck it back in there. Then I got this really cute sign at Dollar Tree, and I really thought it was adorable, and I wanted to use it for this DIY. And here you're going to see me add the sign, but then I take it back off, so you don't need to add it on right now. I was trying to figure out how you take it and like loop it through. So you just gotta bring both of them up and then stick one through the other and then pull the one. Then you have your hanger. Now I did my clothespins in purple, pink, and blue. No. Purple, red food coloring. The purple I mixed red and blue together. Then I did the red, and then I did blue, and then I'm going to use natural color. And end up using... Oh, I can't even remember how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Alright, that was 13 of that color. So 13 fills one section. And I'm putting 2 on the outside ring and 2 on the inside. 2 on the outside. 1 clothespin on the outer 2 rings, and then 1 clothespin on the inner 2 rings to make this design. I came super lucky. I had just enough clothespins. Now, as you notice, I didn't secure my sign or anything. It was just laying there. So I am going to end up moving it out of the way. And we'll secure it later. But I added the blue, the red, which looks pink, then the natural. Now I'm adding the purple color. And then, as you notice, I don't have enough of one solid color to do another ring section. So I ended up taking them all and mixing them. Makes a nice little detail on one end. And I ended up using that for my top actually because it was so pretty. Now I'm going to add my sign. So I pulled out one of the clothespins. And I'm going to do the same thing. Pull 2 strings up, loop the one through. Pull it, give it a little bit of hot glue. Add my clothespin back on, pull my string up. And then tack down my sign from the back with some hot glue. Hold it in place while it sets. And then we're done with this DIY, and here's what it looks like. Here's DIY number 17. I got this tray. It was really ugly. Had stickers all over it. I couldn't even show you guys. I would be so embarrassed. But anyhow, I gave it one coat of the Waverly Valley Silver chalk paint, and I'm drying it. Then I'm going to give it another quick coat, and we'll fast forward that. Here's a quick, simple little DIY to do. I ordered off of Amazon. I have some dishwasher safe Mod Podge there that I'm using, and I ordered off Amazon a big set of window clings for $5. It came with like 10 sheets, and I'm going to use that in several of my DIYs. So you can use window clings for other things besides your window. So I'm going to coat this whole tray in this dishwasher safe Mod Podge. It's got a cure for 28 days, that way in case it gets wet, which I wouldn't stick it in a dishwasher, I'm just coating it in case it got wet on the inside, or if you use it as a tray. Then here's one of these little bunny window clings, and it came with this little squeegee thing here, and I'm just making sure it's nice and flat and all the air bubbles are out. Super cute, adorable. Just give me another quick coat of that Mod Podge. Just seal it in really good and make sure you get all the edges very well in all directions here. And then even it back out and let it dry. And I took my heat gun just to dry it around the edges. I did not put it on the window cling part because it would have melted it. Now we're done with that DIY. We'll move on to the next one. Now to DIY number 18. We are using, I got a pack of wooden bunnies off of Amazon that are in all different shapes. Which I use in a lot of my farmhouse DIYs, so definitely came in handy. Well worth the money. It wasn't that much. Better than just getting one type of style at Dollar Tree. So here I have my bunnies, and I'm going to use the same color as my light mocha antique white and my granite gray. And we're going to paint these bunnies. So I do fast forward through this. There's painting pouring. So we're going to whiz through this, give it 2 coats. Paint 2 bunnies of the light mocha, paint 2 bunnies antique white, and paint 2 bunnies of the antique gray. And these will be used for 2 different DIYs. So now we're doing the light mocha color. The first one was the antique white. And now the granite gray. And I cheated on these when I filled them in with some hot glue in the holes. Here I have this planter I got at the thrift store, already done. You can get one of these little wooden crates at Dollar Tree and fill it with flowers yourself. But I only paid $2 for this, so I'm going to decorate this. And I have his little welcome words that I got from Amazon too, because I could not find any in Dollar Tree. At the time, I searched 2 stores, Dollar Tree and Dollar General. I could not find one welcome word. So I wanted it for a wreath, which I do in later on in this video. But I'm actually glad I bought these whole set of pack of welcome words, and now I have them for many DIYs. So I hot glued my 3 bunnies down. I'm going to hot glue my welcome side down on this wooden crate. Now I gotta go through and fix these flowers. So I have some in this lilac. Remember I said I like lilac and lavender. And I'm gonna add some of them in to give it some more of that spring color. And refix these flowers because they're a mess. And looking back at watching this, I think I'm going to take them 2 green leaves hanging off the side off. Because it don't look that great. Adding the purple brings out more of that spring colors. So here I'm just adjusting all these flowers. Some of them aren't even connected, so we're just going to hot glue them in. Just fixing it up, making it look better. And that will be it for this DIY. I think. Yeah, I think that's all I did. I don't think I decorated the bunnies or anything. Now DIY number 19. Now we are going to take these 3 bunnies and decorate. So I have my handy dandy little twine here. Gonna make a couple little bows. Shoelace bows, nothing difficult about that. And I'm hot gluing some twine around his neck. Gonna make a little... Oh, here we're making a bunny garland. So we glued the twine to the back. And I'm gonna take some of these natural colored wooden beads. And you can make yours any size you want, but I just did a sample size, perfect size for what I needed it for. And I think a perfect size to put on a tier tray. Now I didn't add any tassels or anything on end, but you can. And a cute little trick to get this to stick through is add some tape on the end, like I am here. Cutting it off very close to the string. That way the string will be easy to thread through these wooden beads. So I'm just going to add 3 wooden beads on each side of the bunny. Then hot glue the other 2 bunnies on. Close to the beads. Just like that. And then add 3 more beads on each side. Hot glue it to hold them beads in place. Make a little loop at the end so you can hang it up. That's what I'm doing. If you're not hanging up and you want to add a tassel to it, this is where you can add a tassel. Just tie it onto that loop. You guys can make it any way you want. This is just the way I'm doing it. Again, just giving you some ideas and inspiration. This is better just than an egg garland. Now you know me. I gotta decorate my little bunnies to match everything, so I'm gonna take the same little black and white gingham ribbon, cut it down to a strip, and to make this bow, because I'm really cheesy on saving my ribbon, I just made a loop and glued it, which leaves me with, I made 2 loops and glued it together. This left me with 1 tail hanging, so I need another tail. And I apologize you can't see that, but that's all I did was just folded 2 pieces of ribbon over and glued it. I didn't tie it like a shoelace or anything. And I just made a simple little bow. That way. Then we're going to take the same twine and make 2 little shoelace bows again and add them to the other bunnies. Now any DIYs, if you don't have the scrapbook and paper fasteners, don't worry about it. You can use any paper fasteners and just paint them. I just happen to have them in my stash from my scrapbooking days. I'm sure I bought them on clearance. So now 3 of my bunnies have a bow. Then we'll take the same paper fasteners and add a brown one, a black one, and a tan one, or a beige one, to these bunnies. And as you see, I put it in the wrong place. You have to put the light one with the gray bunny, and you have to put the tan one with the off-white bunny, and then put the black one with the mocha color bunny, the brown one. And here's the final reveal. Here's the tray, the little bunny garland, and the flowers. Yeah, see, I don't care for them 2 green things hanging down. They gotta go. Now to DIY number 20. We're almost done. Here I'm gonna take some more of these wooden bunnies. I got 5 of them here. Paint them the same colors. The off-white, the light mocha, and the granite gray. In this video, I'm only using the 3 same bunnies because them 2 other bunnies I used on a different DIY, which you will sort of see in the final reveal, because I did not only farmhouse, I did like a shabby chic style too. If you're interested in that, it's located down in my videos. They were done with some really pretty window clings that matched all my table decor that I bought for the Easter holiday. Here I have them wooden beads These I think are like 25 millimeter, and I'm taking a wooden skewer and cutting it.
Tomorrow, you'll see partly sunny weather, and can expect a high of 75 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 56 degrees.
And excuse my Alexa giving me weather update. Just make sure when you add these, your sticks are all straight. Because we're making these as little toppers to attach our bunnies to. Another cute little way you can also make little bunnies to stand on your tier trays if you don't want to do it the way I did it, and add them to these canisters we're making. And now we're going to repeat. You gotta make it all match. Take the same gig of ribbon, cut it down. Here you can see better me doing this bow, where I just fold it over, make 2 loops and hot glue it. Which leaves 1 tail. As you see there, so I'm gonna need another tail. So I gotta cut another piece and glue it on. And cut it down to the length I need. And hot glue it in place. So we're just gonna repeat what we just did on the last DIY. And take them same paper fasteners and add a little button. Then take the twine, make 2 more little bows, shoelace bows, and add our paper fasteners and finish them off.
You're from Kimberly.
Sorry about that, you guys. Husband just walked in, home from work, asking about his daughter. She just had emergency C-section. They're releasing her from the hospital, but they're keeping the baby since it has a heart condition and having trouble eating, and her sugar's been low, and hopefully she'll be home soon. So we're all praying. So now I'm gonna take some hot glue and glue them bunnies onto them little wooden balls that I put the sticks in. And the other 2 bunnies usually decorate like that because I used them, as I said, the other way style. Here I have Dollar Tree canisters. And I did this before on a Valentine's DIY also last year. I made Valentine's ones if you're interested in seeing that. Check out my videos. I am going to make a video on all different ways you can use window clings. So here I'm just going through this huge pack I got for $5. Look how cute some of these are. Spraying it with some water. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. That's just water. I was thinking vinegar. Vinegar. Jesus. Alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. Gosh, you guys know what I meant. Now, if you notice, the bunny ear is going above. So I end up pulling it down and cutting it off at the bottom. So we're going to add our next little window. Oh no, we're going to add some little Easter eggs to this one, because this little baby bunny, it's a little girl holding a basket of Easter eggs. So I'm adding some more eggs to it. Now, I could have cut the ears and just put it on the lid, but then every time you unscrewed it and all, it wouldn't have lined up. So here's where I decided to pull it down and just cut the grass part. And this is the way I recommend doing it. The second time I didn't do it this way and I messed it up. So just line it with a light color marker on the inside, pull it off and cut it, and then put it back on. Why when I did the second one I didn't do it this way, I have no clue. I was trying to cheat, I guess, and cheating doesn't work out because then it messes your projects up. So I'm showing you what to do and what not to do. This is the correct way of doing it. The next one I mess up on. And now my parrot wants to start singing. I think I was looking for something else to add to it. I think I added a butterfly to it. Yeah, I do. The reason why I didn't cut this out, because it gives you a view of all the different window clings in case anybody wants to buy them. Under the original video, I do have the link. Because believe it or not, there's two different types of Amazon. One only came with a few sheets that cost more, and then one came with all 9 or 10 sheets and cost less. And I happened to buy the very first one, and then found this one, and you know how that works. Return. These are super adorable. They have some really pretty window clings. I did find some window clings in a Dollar Tree, but they're not as pretty. And as you see, you get a better deal. I mean, come on. 10 sheets, 9 or 10 sheets, I can't remember. For $5, one sheet's $1.25 in Dollar Tree. One sheet's $1 in Dollar General. And this one I did cut off the top because it's just a little banner. And I'm not worried about that. Here's where I did it wrong. Here's where I was like, oh, I'm just going to cut it along the jar. Nope. It was all zigzag and a mess. I had to take it off and cut a straight line. This is the do not way. But these do stay. I still have my Valentine's ones from last year that are still together. So I always buy these canisters because they're really cute to add to your coffee bar and to decorate for the holidays. And then I'm just going to glue my little toppers on. I made 3 of these type of canisters, and 2 of the other ones were like a shabby chic style with them little bunnies that are laying there. So now I'm just going to take that same little ribbon I've been using. Lucky I found another roll. And I'm just going to run it around the middle of my bead to give it more detail. So I have a plain old wooden bead sitting there, and this gives it more cute little detail on it. And I do that to all 3 of the canister toppers. Don't ask, I was thinking of adding a little button on there, but it didn't look right. And then once we're done this, then you'll see the final reveal. Now I just hot glue these on in case I ever want to switch them around. If you want them permanent, use E6000 and hot glue. Just don't mix them together. And here, they're done. Here's the final reveal. Nope, DIY number 21. Sorry, there was more to this one, I forgot. I decided to make matching coasters. Now I have 4 coasters here. But as I said, I did 2 styles. So only 2 is going to be like the farmhouse style, and 2 is going to be the other style. So then I have the cork backings, and then I have the little, they're called door stoppers. Little gel thing, rubber feet. So I'm going to add my little cork backings to my glass tiles. I got a huge box at Home Depot. Back then it was like $5. I don't know what they are now. And I'm just going to add my cork and my little rubber door stop. And then we're just going to decorate them with some of these window clings. So so I zoomed in so you can see it better. I'm just cleaning it with some water. And I'm going to take that same old dishwasher Mod Podge and I put it on back of my decal. And then give it a good coat. These are coasters, they're going to get wet, so we want to protect it, even though the window cling is waterproof, but we don't want it falling off. So this is like a cute little galvanized can with a little egg hanging from wooden sticks. So I'm like looking for more that I can add to these. So here I decided to take, on this one, this cute little farmhouse style looking basket with some flowers in it. And here I'm just adding a couple little eggs and details to it and coating them as I go along. Trying to find super tiny stuff and that will incorporate it. Here outside, take this cute little flower, which I have is backwards. I do fix it. And I decided to add this adorable little butterfly. And a couple more of these little Easter eggs. I think these turned out super adorable. One good thing is the Mod Podge don't dry that quick, so it gives you a chance to adjust and change your mind. Then once you're completely satisfied, give it a nice coat and let it dry. Here's where I should be fixing these flowers. Yeah, because I realized it was backwards, upside down. Now we're done with this DIY. And I think the final reveal is next. So many videos on here. DIYs. Yes, here's the final reel. Here's the little garland here again. Coasters. Canisters. Little flower box. And then that's the other style I did on the left. So if you're interested in that style, it's in my videos below. That matches my decor. As I said, I bought. Now let's get to DIY number 22. We're almost done. Here I am going to make this farmhouse lantern. out of the Dollar Tree fence. $1 Tree fence. So I have 2 little wooden boxes I got from Dollar Tree. And I have my Waverly chalk black paint. And we are going to zip through and paint these super quick. Really fast forward. Wish it was that quick in real life. God, wouldn't that be nice? Just a snap of a finger and done. Now this wooden fence. This wooden fence. These plastic fences. This was a challenge. I did not know the best way to cut these. So right now, to cut the thick parts off, take your wire cutters. I do recommend this. And save them pieces, because I saw one of my friends use them as flower pot bottoms to lift, like, God, you could even recycle a can and put them on as little feet. It was so cute. So, save your pieces. You can make another DIY with them. Here I was trying it with my soldering iron. Nope. Don't recommend this way. Don't do it this way. It melted too much of the fencing. So that's a no. So now we're going to go with idea number 2. This does work, but you can't control it. It goes crooked. Someone recommend no. Don't do it this way either. I was thinking of continuing that way, but then I decided to grab my scissors. Best way to cut these. Now, the only problem is I did have pieces break. It did cut through easy though, if you have a good pair of scissors. But these were brand new scissors, so, but I did see when we did this challenge, everybody did use their scissors. Now, I ordered, because I could not find it, a new hot iron that has all the pieces. In that section of pieces, they come with a razor blade that heats up to do stencils. So I'm going to try it that way, because I have 2 more DIYs I want to do with these fences. I bought 8 fences. I only used 2 in this DIY. I got 6 more fences to use. Which will be coming up in future videos. So I'm just quickly cutting these in half. See how it broke. But luckily, I had no problem hot gluing them back together with, I guess, the glue I used. Because other of my YouTube friends who, when we had to do the challenge of using these fences, said they had problems with hot gluing it. So, I don't know. I had no problem. It glued excellent. I mean, really well. Like, I couldn't pull the glue back off. Unless I was going to destroy it and rip it. These might have been Gorilla Glue sticks. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to hot glue them together real quick. Make it into a square. Now you can paint these any color you like. You can whitewash it with dipping a paintbrush into some white paint and dabbing it on a paper towel and just lightly brushing it over. One person did a really good job. If you want to check out where we did the playlist of using these 3 items, fencing, plunger, and rubber stamps, and watch the playlist. One person did a great job of making this look like rusted wrought iron. It looks so real. I love when we do the playlist and watching back on them. There are so, the things we all come up with is so different. It just amazes me when they give us 3 items and say make something out of them. And it's funny because like this one girl, her and I think so much alike, and when we do our DIYs, they're so much alike, it's crazy. I'm always like, great minds think alike. So I'm just trying to fill in the gaps, because there are gaps from cutting it. I'm sure if I would have used 2 fences for one, I wouldn't have had to go through all this, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to take that Waverly Waverly chalk paint and ink. I'm ready to just call it black because it is black paint. And just go around and coat all the edges where the hot glue and all was real quick. So you can't see any of the glue on the outside and inside. And fill in if I see any gaps that are still open. So we'll just fast forward through the painting part as usual. Then I'll slow it back down once we continue. Okay, now here we are, slow back down. Got my 2 boxes. They did not fit completely. Some people did find them to fit. I wish I did, but I didn't. So if you don't find them to fit, I'm going to show you how to make them fit. And I have 2 candles here that I had in my stash already. And I'm taking some of that lamb's ear and some of my leftover spring flowers that I've been using in all my farmhouse DIYs for this spring. I'm just going to hot glue my wooden box here. You all know what I meant. To the front, the best side that looks the best. For my front. So we're going to do both of them. Make sure totally secure. Then I'm going to grab some Jenga blocks so I can fill in the gap in the back to make this really secure. Now I apologize, I'm out of frame here, but you will see it on the next one. I'm making sure they both fit. And how to make them fit. I really don't care that the boxes don't fit the same size. Now you don't even have to use wooden boxes. You can recycle. You can use a cardboard box. That's up to you. Or find a plastic container that's in that shape and cut it down. There's so many containers that are square, that are food come in, nuts, whatever. You can always recycle. And here I showed you how I did my 2 Jenga blocks. One was sideways and one was standing upward. So it would fit exactly in that space. So that was like a little trash to treasure tip there. I don't know about you guys, but I save a lot of food container bowls. Especially the clear ones. Great for storage, door organization. Got even them flimsy little cookie trays you can save and use for drawer organization to separate your pens and pencils and markers. Little muffin tins, you name it. So here I'm just taking some of that little lambs here. I really should do a video one day on totally trash to treasure DIYs. So I only had one stem left from the Dollar General. So I just cut it into pieces. I am down to my nitty gritty here on my last spring flowers. And I have not seen no more anywhere. And my last little bit of crocus flowers that I got at Walmart. I got 2 bunches at Walmart and I've used them in all my farmhouse spring DIYs. They are so pretty. I went back for more. There is no more. Not even online. Then I'm gonna take some of that lavender and cut them into pieces just to add a pop of color on the front. So I got it tall in the back, short in the front. And we're almost done with this video. A couple more DIYs. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If so, please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out on YouTube, and I'm really trying my hardest to get to 1K and get to subscribers. And if you give me a thumbs up, it pushes my videos out there more. So I really need all my little crafty friends here that are watching for your support. I so appreciate it. And then after I'm done putting my flowers in, I take some more of that Spanish moss I've been using and just fill in little areas in the front and back. And then that will be it for this DIY. Up to you, you can hot glue it in or just leave it like this. Depends where you're putting it or what you're using it for. Again, I do recommend, if you can find them LED candles at Dollar Tree, use them. But I didn't have them, so I'm using real candles just for demonstration purposes only. I did add in at the end my tip jar and buy me a coffee. If you would like to leave me a tip, be greatly appreciated. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. And here's the final reveal. And there's some other my DIYs that I already did. on display here with this farmhouse lantern type candle holders. And here's for the next DIY, and I didn't even number it. Oh boy. That was not good. So my numbers are going to be off. So here I have this wooden bunny, and I'm taking some spackle, which you can use joint compound. Which is what I was supposed to use, but I couldn't find it. And I just have this stencil that is like a screen stencil, that sticker. And I'm just going to go around and do my whole bunny with this. And I will fast forward this part. So you don't have to watch me take forever doing this. And I'm going to have to go back in and add in what DIY this is and fix my numbers. So I just go through and just cover the whole bunny with this stencil and then let it dry overnight. And then I painted it white, and then I'm taking some of this Waverly wax and brown. I have the brown and the white. And so I'm just wiping it on with a makeup sponge and wiping it off with a paper towel, but I was told, and I never knew this, to use a baby wipe. I just learned that like 2 weeks ago. Supposedly brings out more to detail. I have to try that next time. This is the first time I ever detailed a Dollar Tree wood cutout. So here now I'm taking the white Waverly wax. Just trying to make that detail that we added in pop more and to tone down some of that brown. And then add it back in where I need it. Then I'm going to take some white acrylic paint and dab it onto a paper towel and whitewash it. And I would have known the whole baby wipe thing that I did earlier. I would have used that here on this technique too. But as us crafters learn as we go. This bunny I used in the last year's DIY, and I am recycling it into a DIY this year into my wreath. So then I have the tail that came off, and I have this car wash mat that came from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to cut a piece off, do a circle, hot glue it onto the wood cut off I took off, and then add it to my bunny. And there we go. And then let it dry. And here we are this year. Here's a bunny. I took off everything I added to it. That's all to the left there. Now we're going to make it really pretty. I got many compliments on this DIY, and I love it. So I'm going to take this burlap ribbon and make her a really nice color. Here I am debating what all I should use. Luckily I found another new roll of that ribbon. I was so happy because I was out. By this time I didn't use it all in my farmhouse DIYs. So I'm going to cut this ribbon down in half because it's way too long. And it's okay that it's got that frayed look. Gives it more detail. So I'm just going to hot glue it on the back. And then the center I'm going to pull down and hot glue it in place. Then I'm going to take that other ribbon I've been using in a lot of my DIYs and add that to the color. Boy, that's really bugging me. I forgot to number this. Now I'm going to have to go back, remember to go back and number it. So now I'm going to take the same gig on ribbon. Get myself a note here. And make a bow. Just making a simple little shoelace bow. Dovetail my ends on this one. Oh yeah, there is wood blocks on the back that I added last year that stands up, but I'm gonna... No, I think I'll leave them on. Have the same little welcome word I've been using in all my DIYs. I ordered a big old pack off of Amazon, so we're definitely going to incorporate that somehow. Here I go grabbing all my little flowers. I have some little roses and some little Easter lilies that are in pink. Going to take this bow back off because it's in my way. Decided to add these flowers at this moment. So we're just going to decorate our bunny here, make her super cute. This is all scrap flowers I had left over from something I bought at a thrift store. So I'm just grabbing a bunch, and then some of the greenery and all that I had, and berries from some plastic candle holder that I also bought at a thrift store. So just take any little flowers you have and add to it. This is just giving you an idea. You design and decorate the way you want. So I'm just filling it in with my flowers. That's right, with my bow back on. And make her super pretty. And then I'm going to take some extra ribbon just to make some tails. And this burlap ribbon just to tuck under there to look like it's hanging down. I'm fairly new at crafting, you guys. Believe it or not. I started with jewelry. So, crafting is all new to me. And here I have this wreath that I got at Habitat for Humanity. I don't even know what it's called. What style, what type. But it was filled with flowers. Paid $2 for it. Took all the flowers off. And I'm going to decorate the way I want. I got this type of flowers at Dollar General for $2. Don't know what they are. I'm sorry. All I know is there's some hard, prickly little things. I just happen to like the style and color. And it actually works out great with all the beautiful little flowers they came up with at Dollar General and the Dollar Tree this year in Walmart, all the light colors. So I'm just going to hot glue that into place some. Don't mind my hair getting in the way of the camera. I'm standing up to see this. Just trying to lay my bunny down, get an idea where I want to add things. So I will say, for being a new crafter, since I never craft before until I started my YouTube channel, I'm starting to get pretty good at it, I think. So here I'm taking more of my Jenga box and adding it behind my bunny to raise it, so it's more 3D looking. And a good way to secure it to your wreath. I think my sister called this like a willow wreath. I don't know. She said they're really expensive. Don't know that either. Here I am with that welcome sign. Like, where the heck am I going to put it? I am going to use it. So here I have some more of that lavender. These ones I got at Dollar Tree. They don't have any more. They are super pretty. I should have bought a whole bunch of them when I saw them. So I'm just going to continue adding flowers and filling in on my wreath. Where I think it's going to look pretty. Oh, here's some of that greenery that I had from a candle ring. Some white plastic greenery. I'm just going to add that in. It has some like little pink berries on it. And some more of them little roses. Just adding whatever I can in my stash here. Another one of them little pink lilies. Some more little roses. Just filling it in as I go. This I absolutely love, and I'm going to put on my front door. And I'm probably going to leave it up all season, through the summer. My mom's redecorating her porch now. I have never decorated my porch, and I'm going to. I got some antique wood from the same woman I bought some antique other wood projects from. And I'm going to make myself a nice tall welcome sign. And I'm going to make some more outdoor stuff, so stay tuned. And that little welcome word ended up going to that collar as I decided all through this video. I like the light colors. I'm telling you, as I find this stuff again, I'm gonna stock up. So check out your local thrift stores for things, your Goodwills. You never know what you'll find. It's super cheap. I love going to Habitat for Humanity. So here is the final reveal. See all the detail on the wood bunny. I love this one. I got many compliments from everybody on it. This is one thing I will not be selling. But I did find some more of these wood bunnies, so I will be recreating them. And DIY number 23, which I know isn't, I have to refix my numbers. Here I have a Dollar Tree hula hoop. And I am going to fast forward this and some of this burlap ribbon I've been using. So now it makes me wonder, think of 26 DIYs. Anyhow, let's continue on. My numbers are going to be off, you guys, sorry. I think it's a... Oh God, I don't even know what number I just said. So here I'm just going through and removing all the plastic sticker. Yes, it's a sticker. Oh my gosh, was this thing terrible. But luckily the hula hoop is gray, which is great. So I'm just going to hot glue. I'm going to add some glue to glue my hoop together so it'll stay permanently, and hot glue it and start adding my burlap ribbon, and I'm going to wrap my whole hoop in this burlap ribbon. And as I go along, I'm going to wrap it 3 times, stretch it out so I'm not wasting my ribbon, and then hot glue it again. And I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to fast forward as I go along. So you'll see me wrapping. And here I am stretching it so I don't waste my ribbon. So I'm stretching it so the very edge touches the other edge. And I do learn, take it off the spool, makes it so much easier, which I did. So here I am stretching it out, hot gluing it, and we're just going to continue doing that until the whole, this is a small hula hoop from the Dollar Tree. This would be great to put over top of your mantle for your farmhouse decor. Super little, elegant, beautiful floral piece. I wish I had a fireplace and a mantle. You know what? I have one in my craft room, a faux fireplace. So I should put a backing on it. I like some. Oh, I'm about to do like a DIY with that. So here I have some lilies, Easter lilies, and some greenery that came in another thing that I bought from Habitat for Humanity, and I'm just upcycling it into this project. I actually bought it for some of the flowers was in it, and because it's a long, tall, gray wooden box vase that I will happen to add into a different DIY later. But as I was saying, the whole fireplace thing, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take that if you guys see my videos, I'm going to take that fireplace and take some of my background stuff that I bought to do my video pictures on, since I bought a big old roll, and line that on top of the fireplace and make a faux back. And that way I'm going to take a foam board. We are going to do that. We are going to do that on a video. We are going to make a faux fireplace, so that way, and a mantle, that way I have something I can also display on when I tell you guys that you can use your mantle. So I'm going to continue just adding them, these leaves were already, they were super long. They already came bent over and glued, so I'm leaving them that way. And I'm just going to do from the center to the bottom up to the left side of this hula hoop, and that's it. You can design it any way you want, any colors you want, any type of flowers you want. This is what I had on hand. Again, just giving you inspiration and ideas of things you can use from Dollar Tree and turn into DIYs. I actually think this would be really pretty to hang on my... I have a big bay front window on my front porch. So it won't block my window, but it'll give me some nice little detail. I'm gonna have to work out with my mother here and start decorating my porch up. I guess that will be something else I will share with you guys. If I ever say something in the video and I forget to do it, just remind me. Because I got so many ideas that run through my head. But since I live in the country, I think I will do like my front porch like farmhouse style. My big bay window, I have my plants in it. But I think it'd be cute to put that little rug frame inside on the window and then maybe hang this on the outside. There's a hook already there from the previous homeowners. And I have a cute little white wicker set out there. Oh, you so got me thinking now. Guess we're gonna have to decorate my porch with me. Do what my mom did. Hot glue things down so don't blow away. See, her porch is really pretty. She found on the side of the road this really nice stand. Has like different shelving. She was gonna use it for plants, and then she decided to just decorate it with all her little candles and birds and whatever she has out there, and it looks so pretty. So I told her today, actually I was talking to her, she's redoing it and her little bling. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, you can come decorate my porch. But I gotta really decorate my porch now. Because she's right, that's the first thing everybody sees. And that's the one thing I've never did. And I never had a porch to decorate until I moved here. So here I'm just adding a little hanger on top, add a twine. Hot glue that in place like I do on everything, pull it tight. And here's what it looks like. And don't mind this door, because I'm moving my craft room and it's not on the hinges. My husband took it down for right now so we can get the furniture out. So now on to the next DIY, number 24, which is nearly 25. I have this box that I got from the antique place up the street. And we are going to make a really cute farmhouse Easter decor. Well, don't have to be for Easter. We're going to make this nice little planter. So I have this plastic bunny from Dollar Tree. And I am going to fast forward to painting. I really thought this was like 3 pieces, but didn't realize it's just one bunny. So I'm going to take some of this Snow White Waverly chalk paint. And here we go, fast forwarding. We're going to coat this bunny a couple times. Dry it along the way with the heat gun. I'm telling you, if you don't own a heat gun, get one. The best thing in the world. For quickly drying your paint. Here I have some sea sponges, they're damp, and Territorial beige paint. And I slowed this part down for you guys. And we're gonna make this bunny, try to make this bunny look like wood. And I got some burnt umber. And so we're gonna just start coating this bunny in these paints. First I start dabbing it on. And then I start wiping it on, which then gave it more a light dark tone, which was pretty cool. Yeah, my mom watched this video and she's like, this bunny needs eyes. So I guess I gotta add eyes to it. So here's where I start wiping it on, because I need to be able to get into the next part, and I wanted to coat it better. So we're going to continue with the light mocha color till we get this bunny covered. And it's coming apart. So make sure you hot glue your bunny together, because they do not stay together. Now we're going to give it a quick dry, so we can continue. I don't know if this works with spray paint. Does anybody use the your heat gun with spray paint? Does it work the same way? Let me know in the comments below. So now we're going to add some of that burnt umber in. Now warning, it's going to get worse before it looks better. Trust the process. So I just kept working it and mixing the pink colors and blending and blending and blending. And you see the bunnies coming apart again. So I recommend if you're going to do this, glue that bunny together. I actually bought this bunny to do a fake bake as a mold. Then I decided to do it for this DIY. So now I need another bunny from the Dollar Tree. Because why? I thought it was 3. Because it looked like 3. But it was just the edge from the back that made it look like 2. Here I'm just filling in where the sponge didn't get. No big deal. And gonna continue adding more of that light mocha color. And here I am now just doing the bottom. Can't leave the bottom blue. And my fingers are wet and with paint and pulling off the paint. Because why? You're supposed to sand plastic to make it stick. So now I'm taking a wet paper towel. I'm going to take some black paint. I'm going to dab it all. And I'm going to rub it all over my bunny. Again. Don't worry, it gets better. It's just to give dark, you know how wood is different tones. It's got dark and light. And then we're just going to blend and mix again with the mocha and the umber. That's whatever's on my paper there, I'm just using. Actually, probably should have stopped almost like right here. I need to do that one side. I'm just adding more black and all the colors in and just blending, mixing, blending, mixing. Here's where I'm going to take the light mocha again. Now we're going to lighten it up some so we don't have so much darkness. Dry it some. And I keep knocking the bunny over. You gotta dry it in between because you know how paint looks different once it's dried. So I hope you guys liked this video, and it was super long. It's taken me a long time to make it, edit it, and voiceover. I think it's like 3 hours or something long. But this video would really get my YouTube hours up if everybody watches the whole thing. So please watch the whole thing. I did do another one super long, but I didn't talk in it. With Valentine's and I think it was Valentine's in spring. I'm not even sure. From last year. But this one I decided to incorporate all my farmhouse and do the voiceover and talk through the whole entire thing. That's a lot of talking. So now we're done. Gonna do our final dry here. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna show you two painting techniques. Now I have my foam cutter, another great tool to have. I wanted to do the bunny to make it look like stone, but that paint can that's to the left did not work. So I had to do a different technique. So now I have some of the Waverly chalk paint in white. And I'm going to dry brush it onto this box. Ow, my neck keeps cracking. Well, I've really got to see my chiropractor again. Here I am taking the baby wipe and wiping it off. Which then, as you know, blends it in great. So I'm just going to give it a nice whitewash here. I'm going to leave the rosemary and the stars and all on it because that's really cute farmhouse style. I did go back. She had one more box. I bought one more box. Don't know what I'll do with it yet. Make something super cute for summer. I did go back. I met up with her again. I got a lot of antique stuff. One is like an antique. I got several different wooden boxes and wood pieces, and here I'm just taking scrap foam, and you see how great that is. Just cuts it right on down like butter. No mess, super quick and easy. But I got all kinds of things from her, like galvanized. I guess it was for wood ash, for a wood stove. So I'm going to make that into a planter for my front yard porch. So that will be in a video. Don't know if I'm going to put real flowers or fake flowers in it. Probably fake. I like to decorate the outdoors with some fake flowers. I do that in a lot of the dollar store planters, the hanging baskets. So here I'm taking the lavender, the lilac, the lamb's ear, and a brand new bundle of crocus flowers that when I first bought it from Walmart. Hot gluing this bunny in place, it ain't gonna stay, but once I add all the flowers and all in, it does stay. Oh, taking some of this Spanish moss again as my filler. Don't mind me what I'm doing here because I changed my mind anyhow. Besides, just let the rope hang down natural. This turned out really pretty too, just like the wreath. So I'm just going to add the lamb's ear in. As you notice, everything matches. Everything. And I really think I'm probably going to decorate my whole porch with all this stuff. I just got to go through and glue it down better. Because I didn't do that because I'm just making it in a video. So here's them crocus flowers. God, they're so pretty. That I got at Walmart for $4. So I'm just adding some of that into my planter. Now, if you don't have a wooden box, don't worry. You can get one on plastic planters at Dollar Tree. And do the same thing. So a plastic planter, a plastic bunny, and some faux flowers. And I'm just adding in the lavender that I got from Dollar Tree. And I got some from Dollar General. They're two different ones. Oh, and then I have another sprig of that white from the Dollar General for $2. So I'm going to add that in the back. I bought two. And then I cut a piece off to add to the front. So actually, I really didn't buy a lot of flowers. They just went a long way. I didn't spend a lot of money at all. But the lamb's ears were $1. The lilac was $1. The lavender was $1. The white ones was $2. And the whole thing of crocus bushes was $4. And I only bought two. So I probably spent... Now that lavender came from Dollar General. I would say I probably spent $20 on flowers, and they have went a long way in all these DIYs. See, and that's where I took the bunny back out. And see, it just sits right in there. But if I put it outside, I'm probably going to add a wooden block on the bottom to make it heavy, and hot glue it down onto the foam. And here's the final reveal of this one. Super adorable. I love it. Maybe I will give it some eyes to make my mom happy. Just take a little round brush. And then here's the next DIY, which is number 26. And then I have this little planter water can I got from Dollar General for $3. Thought it was super cute. And we're just going to do another painting technique, which is pretty cool. It's going to transform right in front of your eyes. Then I have this silver metallic paint and black paint. And I'm going to take the same wet sea sponge. So here now I'm just coating it with the metallic paint. And it stopped recording the voiceover. So if it's off, I apologize. And we are on, I think, the last DIY here. So I'm just filling in where the sponge wouldn't reach. Give it a quick dry. Yeah, this is the last DIY. So 26 DIYs in this video. Now I decided to take a regular old cheap sponge from Dollar Tree and give it a coat, because using the sponge just wasn't coating it good enough. So I'm just going to paint the whole thing silver, metallic silver. And if you stuck with me through this whole entire video, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you're a real trooper. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a long time to make it, just like it's taken me a long time to do the voiceover, and it's taken a long time for you guys to watch it. I spent, a lot of hours doing this. So I want to give it a quick dry. As you see, it's all metallic. Now I get inside the handle here. Now I'm going to take that black spray paint, black paint, and this is what I love. Check this out. I'm going to take my wet sea sponge again. I'm going to dab off some of that black paint, and I'm going to add it on to my silver paint. And look at that. Right before your eyes, it's transforming to look like galvanized metal. And apologize again for the background noise. My husband is blow drying his hair. This voiceover has taken me over 3 hours to do. And you know what, I just realized I called that stuff Spanish moss earlier, and it's the peat moss. I knew I was using the wrong name. So I was using peat moss through all my DIYs. But you guys know what I meant. So I'm just going to give it a quick dry here. We're going to add in some more of that peat moss to cover these ugly old rocks. And we're almost done with this video. Yay. Now let's pray I have enough storage to download this. And to get it up on YouTube. So here I have the lilac purple flowers. And I'm just gonna take them off because one, can't stick them into rocks. So we're gonna take all the greenery and the lavender plants off. And just hot glue it into the Spanish moss. And just decorate our little watering can. Yeah, I think I'm gonna decorate my whole porch with all this stuff that I made. So stay tuned for a Decorate the Porch with Me video. Here I didn't like how long that was, so I'm just bending it over. Of course, it doesn't stay, but at least it stays bent over some. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Have a blessed day. And see you on my next video. Please leave me a comment below which ones were your favorite. Or if you recreate these, contact me and show me what you made. And I would love to share it in my videos. And here's the final reveal.